Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged. Can you believe it's almost been 2 years since the previous game, which is just wild to think about. I had so much fun with this game. It came out of nowhere. They're doing a second one. Now, I got to play the game early, so I'm going to show you some of the footage they sent me and also my own footage. Please do note, this is a work in progress build. The game's not out for a few more months. There's a whole bunch of new features that we need to talk about, a whole bunch of new cars. So again, thanks to Milestone for inviting me and letting me check this out. Now, unfortunately, I can't actually show you the brand new campaign because there was a pretty limited preview build, which kind of just limited to the more quick race style of things. So just give you an idea of what the game has got in store. So it's got new game modes, a better campaign, improved track creator, improved livery editor, new cars, new mechanics like strafing and jumping, and of course the Bugatti Chiron is here, which is awesome, and a Ducati Panigale if you're interested. I was super excited to see this. Bikes are in the game. Such a really cool step, I think. Now, the new modes are definitely something you want to see, but one of the coolest things about the cars as well, or should I say vehicles, is that you can now upgrade them with like a skill tree, vehicle management they call it. So you can change the type of boost, increase the boost charge gain while doing certain things, the power of the boost, a lot of boost based things, but you can upgrade the category of the car like this, increasing the handling and the boost. Basically, it's a skill tree for your favorite cars. So not only you just get it and that's it. No, you can upgrade it over time. So of course you don't get these all straight away. It's a very similar system to how it was in the previous game, progressing, unlocking, buying. This is also super cool. So we've got different game modes. We've got normal races, time attack, drift master, elimination, waypoint. This, honestly, all those new types of events are super cool. The drift master one, very much a fan of that. Now, for those that haven't played this game before, the system, the physics are very arcade-like, but the actual physics underneath the engine are based on their more, as I try and take this guy out, more simulation based. So it's like a layer of arcade on top of sim. So you can definitely get used to and learn and adapt. And actually there's a skill level to it to some extent. It's not the most difficult game, but at the same time, if you can master it, you can master it. Now, in the actual gameplay itself, there's some new mechanics. I mentioned those a little bit earlier. I honestly didn't actually take up to using them straight away. It's definitely something that you have to learn, but from what I remember about this game, and they were saying this too during the event, there were so many videos of people jumping courses in ways they shouldn't, and basically finishing the race in like record time, which was actually so cool to see, like speed running. And now we get to see that again, but people can jump and also strafe. Now, I do have some examples of this. Here we go. This was a difficult race for me to do. So here we go, to the jump, do the jump. That was way too early, and you can properly mess up the whole race as I rage quit. The jumping's definitely going to be a really cool thing to see how people get creative with. Now, one of my favorite type of events is this one. So it has the respawn on screen. They did say that that's not supposed to be there. But essentially, this is a point-to-point event. So it's a big open map. And essentially, you need to try and get to as many checkpoints as you possibly can before the time runs out. It's definitely a fun new way to play the game, and one of my favorite game modes. Other than Eliminator, which I did terribly at. Pulling out the big old twin mill. Ah, what a beast. What a beast. Anyway, let's get into this race. So the Eliminator mode, as you can expect when it comes to Eliminator modes, if you're in last place, essentially, you're gonna mess up. I've forgotten how to do the good launch. It's been a little while, but we're going to learn. We're going to learn, especially when this game comes out later, because I'm definitely going to be creating some content on it. I really, really enjoyed this. It was such a breath of fresh air playing this game, ignoring my terrible, terrible driving. Hey, I was trying to rush and film as much content as possible. We didn't have that long, but clearly, as you can see, I'm on fire now, and the race is essentially over for me just like that. Very quickly, you can go from doing all right at the launch to exploding. Yeah. It's fine. I'll get better, I promise. So here I wanted to show you the upgrade system in action. So when you click on it, you can upgrade it with the points that you unlock through playing the game, and it does the whole thing like it used to. But again, this time it actually makes a bit more of a difference. You can unlock these perks and basically tailor your car to what you're after, which is it's a nice feature. So here are some big pointers that I do want to mention other than the gameplay itself. There's 130 cars, the skill tree system, cross-play, which is awesome, excluding the Switch. And for those that want to know what systems this game is on, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Steam, Epic Games Store, and the Switch on the 19th of October this year. So it will be 2 years and a month after the first one came out. There's an anti-cheat system for PC, which is glorious, because again, if there's gonna be crossplay, which is so good, well, you're gonna need to, you know, keep those PC cheaters at bay. There's an online ranking system, which is why there's an anti-cheat system, and a party system, so you can actually invite people prior to going to a lobby, because you actually couldn't do that before. They have improved that, which is huge. Thank you. Amazing. I love it though. Like, what a great little game. It's genuinely so much fun. From the first time, the first one that I played, none of us expected it, but it seems like racing games, these fun racing games, are having a big resurgence recently. The start of a generation sees some really cool racing games, and I'm always happy about that. Here's some bike gameplay from the developers themselves. So what you can see with the bike is that they don't steer the same. They're more agile, if you will, but they're obviously easier to knock around. They do a cool wheelie when you boost, but they're very different from the actual cars, which is super cool to see. Anyway, this is once again an eliminator race. So these are probably some of my favorite. And the extra level of tenseness on, it definitely just keeps you on edge a little bit, you know? And I love that the bikes are pretty much like this bigger than the cars in some instances. It's just kind of wild, but it fits the model, the format. This race is actually where I figured out how to use the LB, RB kind of buttons. You can essentially knock people out of the way. That's one of the new mechanics, along with the jump. This is something, the jump is something you're definitely going to have to master. I didn't put enough time into it. Again, we only had about 25-30 minutes total with the game, which is a shame, because there's a lot of depth to this jumping mechanic, and jumping and boosting and things like that. You can like control the car when it's jumping. They of course have a photo mode, which is how I got this glorious thumbnail for you guys. I had to do it. There's a Bugatti on display. You guys want to see it. It makes people click the video, and therefore Bugatti in the thumbnail. But photo mode is still available as it was before. There's a replay mode. This game is packed. Honestly, there's times where I look at this and I'm like, this is a Hot Wheels game, and somehow in a lot of ways it does things better than most of the big AAA, big money, big publisher games. And that's nice to see, because it prods them a little bit. Get on with it. Fix what's going on. There's a problem. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited? Are you going to pick up the game? You want more information on the game? Of course, if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, and I will let you know when I have it. Check out another old Hot Wheels video here. This is the last game. Also very cool still. Smash like, subscribe, and peace.